Hello, hello, hello. I think we are live. Buongiorno. How are we doing? Can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay and everything's looking good? That would be appreciated. What do I want here? Thank you. Oh, what a morning. What a morning. I don't know if any of you saw, but Caleb on Twitter, the Flat Earther Caleb, called me out for a debate, and I released a short explaining why I would never debate, and the Flat Earth Twitter brigade are out in force. My phone is blown up. It's ridiculous. They're not happy. They're not happy at all. It's quite funny, actually. Bit quiet. Okay, I will adjust that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. There we go. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks very much for everyone for coming along. So as you know, this is a Kickstarter Q A. It's just a bit of a stream just to talk a little bit about the plans I have. If anyone's got any questions, of course, if you've already pledged, that is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. But yes, if anyone's got any particular questions about it, then I'm happy to answer them. And also, if I can go over the ins and outs on what plans I've got if we do make our main goal. And they're still going on Twitter. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'll start quickly by just replaying the promotional video that we made, and then we'll have a chat after that. Here we go.
Misinformation is time-consuming. It can lead to conflicts and to harm. Getting a reliable source of information is becoming increasingly more challenging, especially as targeted advertisements and regional filters can alter our perception and understanding. My name is Dan. My friends call me SciManDan. I have fought for objective and scientific facts for over 5 years. I've debunked hoaxes, mythological Earth theories and speculations. I strive to bring you science, education and logic, often through humour or a carefully crafted documentary. We've learned together, and now it's time to take that next step. The next level starts here. This Kickstarter has a clear purpose, opening up more avenues for learning. And how do we do that? We expand by making Season 2 of the SciManDan Show. With new sets, demonstrations, guests, equipment, and a broader spectrum of scientific topics. We want to rent an office space for SciManDan Productions. This will include a new interview set, an extended set for YouTube videos, and a laboratory for visual experiments and demonstrations. We'll acquire professional equipment as well, all of which resulting in high production value documentaries. Access to new scientific perspectives and potential interviews with members of the scientific community. Supporting our endeavour will also get you a lot of extra benefits and rewards on our Kickstarter page. I'm SciManDan. Let's combat misinformation together, check the rewards and pick the one you like the most.
Okay, there we go. I feel like that was a bit loud compared to my microphone, but I tried to tone it down a bit. But anyway, that is the promotional video that we made for the Kickstarter. So Liquid Flames has come up with a really good question straight away, which is, will your normal upload schedule change, or is the show in addition to normal videos? The normal schedule will stay exactly the same. There'll be a video release on Tuesday and there will be a video release on Friday. This Kickstarter is, and by the way, the link for it is at the top of the chat. I've pinned it to the top of the chat, so if you want to have a look at the page, you're more than welcome to do so. This Kickstarter is basically to make the best version of the SciManDan Show that we can make. And it will be released just as the first season was, which I think was a Wednesday, every week on a Wednesday or Thursday, one of the days that didn't already have a video. So the normal schedule will not change, and the release of the new season will be on the channel, and it will be for free. So this is the other thing. this isn't a paywall. It's not, we're not hiding any videos behind anything. Everything that we make based off this Kickstarter will be on YouTube for free. So there's no need to worry about, oh, you know, is this new content going to be only available to Kickstart people who are backing us on Kickstarter? That's not correct. But there are things on Kickstarter. There is a certain reward on Kickstarter, which means you can get early access. So you could watch the episodes, I think it's 48 hours before the rest of YouTube. So there's no paywall whatsoever for this plan. Now, if we don't hit the goal, then obviously the funding won't happen. It's kind of all or nothing. So if that's the case, the SciManDan Season 2 show will be made still, but it will take longer and it will not be anywhere near as optimistic as I hoped it to be. So the reason we're doing this is to make, as I said, the absolute best version of the SciManDan Show that we can. And most of that money is for things like renting premises with new sets, a small laboratory, and new camera equipment and things like that. That's what, you know, the main goal is for in terms of the funding. Let's have a quick look here. So where was I? I was at Liquid Flames question. Okay, let's have a quick look. Yep, as I said, the link is at the top if you want to have a look. What makes my educational offerings different / better than others? That is a great question. I'm not going to say that it will be better than others, because there's some fantastic content creators out there. But what I am trying to do is find things different. And I think at the moment, I have found a few things that are different. And I have found a way, or I think a way of making those things, I'm not going to say not seen on YouTube before, because it might have been, but that was lunch. But in a different way to others. I can't explain right now, because obviously I'm not going to put everything into writing and scripting and researching the season until I know it can be done. But I have got good ideas. People having an argument about centripetal force. If you meet the full goal, how big will the team be? Any familiar faces? Yep. So Wolf, the guy that plays the agent, will be heavily involved, I imagine. We're going to try and get Cats involved as well. So there are, on top of the main goal, there are stretch goals, which obviously may or may not be met. But there are things like documentaries that we make on ghost busting and things like that if we get that far. But obviously that's not the main goal. The main goal is just making the season 2 of SciManDan Show as best as we possibly can. How long is this open for? So it's open for another 2 weeks. We've got another 2 weeks of funding available. So there is still plenty of time. I didn't want to go too heavy too early because it was 35 days to start with. So yes, we've got 2 weeks still to get that goal. Do not believe this grifter. He's clearly RunManDan impersonating SciManDan. He has legs, I swear. Yeah, so RunManDan will be back. I've had a bit of an injury problem, but I'll explain all that if you are a RunManDan viewer. Do I have any topics planned for the episode yet? I have got some topics. But again, that all depends on if we're making the Kickstarter version of Season 2, if we're making just the regular SciManDan version of Season 2, because depending on which one that is, will depend on how far I can go to do things, or, you know, the people we can get on the show and stuff like that. So I've sort of got ideas for 2 different options. Let's have a look. A lot of people asking about the debating. A lot of people saying good luck. Thank you very much. Is Cat still doing flat Earth stuff? He's not at the moment. He's quite a busy guy, but you know, I'm sure he won't stay away for long. Rob Decker, shall I spread the Kickstarter page in the flat Earth community? I don't think we're going to have any joy with that one. I mean, a few people have already released videos about the Kickstarter video, and they're not too happy about it. But what can I say? I'm trying to make the channel better. How have the Flat Earthers reacted to the campaign? Yeah. So as I say, there's been a few videos released already. One was actually not from the Flat Earther. It was from that draft physics guy. I don't know if you've seen him before. He's made one, but you know, he's always going after me for something. Okay, yes. So as I said, everything will be released on YouTube. Everything that we make will be released on YouTube. Every reward that is offered for pledging will be released on YouTube as well. The small rewards, so I had a couple of questions about this. Hang on. The small rewards are for hitting certain goals before the main funding goal. And people have said to me, why are you doing that if you don't hit that goal, then you don't get any funding? Obviously, then you've put an effort to do things and not got any reward from it. I think it's nice just to reward the intention to pledge, not just the pledge. So that's why I've kept those in. There's one coming out tonight where I react to the Flat Earth Friend Finder app and find out how many Flat Earthers actually live near me. And then the next one I think is at 9,000 where I play Rocket League, and it's the first time I ever play it, and I'm dreadful at it, but it was quite good fun. So those are rewards for hitting certain goals. And like I said, I think the intention to pledge, whether or not it happens, should still be rewarded. So that's why they're staying in there. And again, they will be free on YouTube. Have you thought of actually doing something useful for work rather than wasting time on Flat Earth? I don't think we're wasting time on Flat Earth. I think there's always something useful about combating this, because you're trying to stop people from going along that same sort of vein in terms of their beliefs and things like that. You've only got to speak to Ranty about how difficult it is being in that community. And if combating Flat Earth means that we can stop people going down that road, then that's great. But doing something useful in terms of educating and getting more things out there, this is what this Kickstarter is about. What capabilities would the lab have, and what experience have you thought about? So it's going to be basically physics. It's going to be physics related, basically. So any sort of experiments that have a grounding in physics, that's what we're talking about. I'm not talking about chemistry, like mixing things and all of that. It's purely going to be a physics-based laboratory. Elthoric, yeah, please do. Send me a message on Instagram if you want to. Happy to answer any questions. Santos, you hope Santos comes across the second season and throws his 50p in. Yeah, Santos is funny. What do I think about extending the Kickstarter deadline? I imagine it's quite difficult to reach enough people in just 1 month to collect the 45,000. Yes, there is an option to extend the deadline. If it looks like we're going to get there and we're getting close, then I will extend the deadline. If not enough people are interested and it's not going to get anywhere near close, I won't, just because I think if it's not going to show that it's got the legs, I don't think there's any point in extending it. You have to go through a process with Kickstarter. But if we're getting close and a lot of people are showing interest, then I will do that. Still going on with the centrifugal force argument. Dale, what are you planning for your first couple of experiments? Honestly, I don't know yet. I've got loads of a list of examples, but I can't really decide what I'm going to do yet. There'll be plenty of physics experiments, but I just don't know which one to do. I've got a list. As with everything, I've got my whole laptop is full of lists of stuff. So thanks, Morph. I think I'm so close to 500,000, I think, and that's taken almost 6 years. I think 1 million is a little bit far away at the moment. Will you invite flat earthers to the lab to help out? Well, I'll tell you what, if you watch the campaign video tonight, there are quite a few near me that would be able to come. Oh, Morph, you meant 500k. No, that's fine. Yeah, 500k shouldn't be long. I'm hoping hopefully by the end of the year. But yeah, and that's taken, I think the 5th of December in 2017 was when this channel started. I didn't make a video till January, but 6 years to get to 500k. It's probably going to be another 6 years, if not longer, to get to the million. I'd love to, but I don't know. I don't know how likely that is. Thanks, Liquid Flames. Thanks, Z. Appreciate it. Stating the obvious. Will you be reproducing the Pete and Pete experiments, but done properly? Maybe. Peter and Pete. Sorry. Oh, they're funny, aren't they, those two? $500k as a Christmas present, perhaps. Will you be collaborating with other YouTubers on experiments, for example? Yeah, do you know what? It would be great, but I live so far away from most of the other debunkers. Obviously, there's ones in the US. FTFE lives in Scotland. I live on the south coast of England, right at the bottom. It's probably like a 7-8 hour drive for him. And then I think Katz is still about 4 hours from me. There's loads of debunkers that obviously don't live anywhere near me. So I'd love to, but it's a long way to come for them, I think. Will I do a 15-degree drift experiment? Yes, but not with a £20,000 laser gyro. Thanks, Morph. Appreciate it. They still are. This is great. They're having an argument about centrifugal force in the comments. You had less than 2,000 subs when I subscribed. Feels good to have been almost since the start. Yes. And do you know what? What's really, really nice to see is how many people have said they've been here since, you know, when the gate video kicked off, when I had 20,000 subscribers or something like that. My phone is going mental on Twitter. The flat earthers are incessant. They're so angry with me. It's brilliant. Yeah, Yukuro, same thing. So many people have been subscribed. Someone said to me the other day, I can't remember who it was, they've been subscribed since the 5th of December 2017, which is the day I started the channel. So thank you for that. There's a lot of people who are in a similar position. Creaky, yeah, Creaky's in Wales, so he's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours from me. He's a possibility, definitely. Are you Southampton? I'm close to Southampton, yes. I'm very close to Southampton. I'm about 20 minutes, half an hour outside of Southampton. Christopher Levick, been here since 200. What, 200? Not 200k, just 200. Wow. Thank you. Matt Hicks, we need a debunker convention someday in Hotel, and Hotel was the Flirt convention. I've talked about this many times with the debunkers, actually. We spoke about this a long time ago now, and it's definitely something we could do, actually. If we got all the debunkers together and, you know, each shared the stage for a bit and had a little presentation and had some things on, that'd be fantastic. The only issue is, where do we hold it? Because there's just as equally good debunkers on the other side of the Atlantic as there is over here. So whether it be in America or over here, and obviously poor old Planet Walk would have to come from New Zealand no matter what. But I think that would be successful. I think there'd be a lot of people who would be interested in that. JSS Tiger for $5. Thank you very much. Will flat earthers ever crowdfund a trip to Antarctica to verify Midnight Sun? I don't think they will. I can't remember his name now. The guy, is it 74 Gear? The guy who does the flying videos, the plane videos. I think he actually chartered a flight over Antarctica. And he had like a crowdfunding page, and he said, flat earthers, bring it on. Come put your money where your mouth is. I'll take you over Antarctica. But obviously it wasn't funded, not a surprise. But there are people in the flat earth community who could afford that. Flat Earth Millionaire could easily take some flat earthers to Antarctica. But I think they've got it in their head that they can't go there just because of the Antarctic Treaty. Darryl watched the Gate Guy video. So many people came from the Gate Guy video. Thank you, Jan. Is there a theme for... Oh, hang on. Is there a theme for the show other than just science? And if so, what it is? If you're talking about the SciManDan Show, science, definitely. I'm also a massive fan of nature and science, kind of when they go together. So I do have ideas for sort of nature/science videos, which might not be suitable for that, but I could definitely make a different sort of show for that. But the thing with that, I don't want to do that unless I'm there, unless I'm in the location where, in regards to the thing that I'm talking about. And that could be quite further along down the line. Boom Tricker, near Swanmore, near Bishop's Waltham. Yep, I'm about 10 minutes away from you. Not Bournemouth, no, that's too far. Liquid Flames was there before the Gate video. I thought you were. I mean, you've been around for ages and you've got such a unique name and logo. I remember you from the very, very early days. Clarence, is that why you diss Portsmouth? A little bit. Why? Because obviously I'm a Southampton fan and they're our natural rivals. They hate us more than we hate them, though. Rob subscribed when I had less tattoos. Definitely possible. I don't think the Gate Guy is still active. Liquid Flames, no. Oh, no, he is actually. He's Kryptonite Physics now. Look him up on YouTube. He's called Kryptonite Physics. Christopher Levick, where should I fly into if I want to stalk you? Gatwick. London Gatwick, but then you've got a long way to go still. Thanks, El Thoric. I'll have a look when I finish the stream. I've lost my place now. Storm Lingberg, been here since some of the first videos as well. Do you find that Flat Earthers are becoming fewer and fewer and it's not gaining momentum still? Well, they tell us that more people are waking up every day, but it's getting harder and harder to find quality Flat Earth content on YouTube that hasn't already been debunked. I have got Sabine on Twitter, yes. She's got great content, yeah. Yeah, Debunk Conference. Yeah, do you know what? I'll speak to them actually, and we'll start having a little look, see what we can do. John joined on the 5th of December 2017. Thank you very much, John. You've been here since the start. Simple says, what other career did you consider prior science? Well, I wanted to be a science teacher. That was my main goal. And that's what I was heading towards before YouTube. Stefan Venn, $5. The Keep It Up super thing. Thank you very much to you. 74 gear, that's it, yeah. Are you going to play Kerbal Space Program soon? I will, if we get to that reward goal on the mini rewards on the Kickstarter. Dave, spot on. Dave McKeegan, another excellent debunker. He's too far away from me as well, I think, by the sounds of his accent. The flat earthers who can afford the flight won't fund it because they know what the outcome will be. Absolutely. What percentage of flat earthers do you think are just lying for the grift? Dennis C has asked that. Difficult to tell. There's definitely some, but there's also definitely some who aren't lying and do believe the earth is flat. That's for sure. Snyder, another one from the 5th of December. Thank you very much. I don't understand how that's the case because I didn't produce a video until January. I'm not really sure what's happened there, but hey ho. Ledan, I believe it was Flat Earth Fail compilation number 24 where you said you would debunk the book Emergency Landings That Prove a Flat Earth. What happened to that? It ended up on the end of a very long list, which I still haven't got to yet. So that's what happened to that. Okay. What if we tell them the treaty has been dissolved? Good idea. Might work. Okay, what else have we got? Yep, I am close to Southampton, Green Lichen. Whereabouts did you grow up? DiceyX, you've got sort of a funny question, but where can I ask it? You can ask it now if you want to. FTFE finds it harder and harder to find people to debate, so Flat Earth does appear to be dying out. Yes. I think because he's so... he is so... what's the word I want to say? Vicious in his debates. And he proves them wrong so much that no one's up for debating him anymore. And that's the interesting thing about Caleb. So Caleb, the TikTok guy who called me out for a debate this morning on Twitter, he's called me out, the guy that says he doesn't debate Flat Earth, but he hasn't called out FTFE and he hasn't called out MC2, and both fantastic debunkers. He hasn't called out Professor Dave, who eviscerated DITRH, but he's called out me, the guy who doesn't debate. Have you ever met a former flat... Oh, it keeps jumping. Hang on a sec. Have you ever met a former flat earther? Well, yes, Ranty is a former flat earther. I've not met him properly, but I've spoke to him quite a few times. Hey, Wolf Brothers Cinema. How you doing? Hope you're well. Do you think flat earthers watch space documentaries on a flat screen TV? Oh dear, I love his humour. What are you most... Liquid Flames, another one from you. What are you most looking forward to if the campaign is funded? Like, do you enjoy the research, writing, producing the videos, etc.? What I'm most looking forward to is the ability to get out and about and record these videos in new locations and a brand new set. That's what I'm looking forward to most. I love the research and writing, but being there and making the video and doing the bits and pieces that are required in order to do that is what I like the most. So if it is funded, that's what I'm looking forward to most. FTFE is like a boogeyman to them. He is. Okay. Dr. Nimrod, if you get 75% of your Kickstarter, we do something anyway. It's all in or nothing, unfortunately. So if we don't get the whole 100%, we don't get anything. However, as I said at the start, we will make the season 2, but it just won't be at the same scale as it would be for the Kickstarter. And obviously it will take longer as well. If we reach the Minecraft goal, will we invite flat earthers to experience a truly fat world? Absolutely, Kepler 17T. Q A HD Cat Diecast has been subbed since around 25k. Thank you very much. Thanks, Authoric. I'll check that message out when I finish. Yeda, would you ever do a live debate? Check out my short I released this morning. Godzilla, any plans for some more podcasts in the future? The last ones you had with lots of other people were good. Thank you very much. Yes, I want to say yes. The thing that stopped the podcast was time for both me and Cats. It's hard to get the people on, to speak to, sort of organise getting the people on. It's hard to plan them. It's hard to record them in terms of time. Cats has been extremely busy recently, and obviously I've been quite busy as well. But I do want to continue. I do want to make a third season. He's up for it as long as he's got the time, and we just need to get the guests, and we will do it. It will come. It will come, but it will be a bit like what's you know when you just think of something, it goes out of your head. The film with the blue people. The film with the blue people. I should know that. That's really bad because I like that film. It'll be a bit like that. You'll be waiting like for a sequel for a while. Slip End Garage, absolutely loving it. Are you concerned the actual damage that these people are doing to society? It starts funny, but when I've seen people indoctrinated by these clowns, it worries me. Absolutely. And that obviously goes quite a way into things like, you know, we've seen flat earthers dying from COVID because they've not vaccinated or they've not cared about COVID and they've kind of let their guard down. That sort of thing. Thanks, Billy Talon. Appreciate it. Lost my place. Avatar. How did I not know that? Yeah, it's going to be like Avatar where you'll be waiting a while. But if you bear with us, we'll get there. Don't worry. How did I not know that? I know Avatar. Thanks, Adam Hughes. Appreciate it. Fangirl 3 for $3.99 with another super sticker. That's what it's called, a super sticker. Thank you very much. Fern Gully. Oh dear. Zip1717. Why haven't flat earthers produced a map with no distortion of size, shape or direction? If the earth was flat, they'd be able to do that because they can't. Hi, Bill, making stuff. Hope you're well. Okay, I think I'm all caught up on questions for now. So yes, if you're interested in the Kickstarter, please do have a look. The link is at the top of the chat or in the description. Have a look at the rewards, see what's there, and if you can support the goal, that would be very much appreciated. I've also put the link for the playlist for the first season of SciManDan in the description. It definitely didn't get many views, the SciManDan season 1, so I can understand why people are saying I didn't even realise there was a first season. There's something about, I think because I'm so entrenched now on Tuesday and Friday, people are always watching Tuesday and Friday. As soon as I go to a different day, they're like, what's going on? No, can't watch that. So that's probably why it happened. Okay, there's a few more questions. Let's have a look. Yeda says, do you ever see Flat Earth dying off completely? I hope so. I really do hope so. Thanks, Dan. Dan Papalo. Where are we? Steel City. First time I saw Avatar, all I could think of was, isn't this what we did to Native Americans? Alan Thellier for $5. Hello from Kentucky. Thank you very much. Hello to you. Thanks for watching. And I think that is it for now. So I think I'll keep this running for maybe an hour. It's a video. It was a live stream that could have lasted 5 minutes, and it could have lasted an hour or two, depending on the questions. Have you ever considered working with any other skeptic organisations? This is from Rutskirk, I think. I keenly follow the podcast Skeptics with a K and Be Reasonable, produced by the Merseyside Skeptic Society. I am going to make a conscious effort to try and appear on more podcasts. So many people ask me to go on podcasts, and I just never get round to organise it. I need an assistant, really, just to organise my time better. I do want to do that. I want to make a more conscious effort to go on more podcasts and get the word out. So yes, I am interested in that. Godzilla, what time is the Flat Earth Friend Finder app review video coming out? That will be out this evening around 7-8 p.m. UK time. Okay, Liquid Flames, you might have answered this already. When the campaign is funded, not if. I appreciate your optimism. How long until the first videos come out? Great question. I think reasonably we're going to be talking mid to late 2024. I want to do it right. I want to do it as best I can. I'm going to need time to get the headquarters sorted and the set sorted and everything like that, and the writing and the scripting and the planning and the recording if I have to go anywhere. So I think mid to late 2024 is a reasonable sort of time frame for that. Night God, could you explain how the Kickstarter works and how people can contribute to spread the word? Yeah, sure. So basically, it's got a main goal. If we hit that goal, we get funded and we do what we want to do, which is make the SciManDan Show Season 2 as best as we can. If we don't hit the goal, we won't get funded anything. You basically can pick any sort of reward. There's small rewards. Sorry, not rewards. You can make any pledge you want. There's small pledges and there's large pledges, and you get rewards based off the pledge that you give. The larger the pledge, the more rewards there are. In the meantime, whilst we're trying to hit that main goal, there are kind of mini goals that we call rocket goals. And every time I hit one of them, there'll be a video released on YouTube. Check it out. The link's at the top. Have a read through the story and you'll get all the information that you need from there. And if you want to spread the word, all you need to do is just share the link around to everyone. I understand that this is a very much a fan-based Kickstarter. Hang on. What I mean by that is if someone doesn't know who I am, they're not really going to pledge anything. There's no benefit for them. So it's all really fans of the channel, fans of what I do. But that's fine. I do believe there's enough of you interested to make it work. If not, that's fine, and we'll do our best nonetheless. Alden Tesselo, have you communicated much with MC Toon? Yeah, I communicate with him a bit. We chat now and again. Yeah, Liquid Flames. That is fairly quick. I mean, I said mid to late. It probably will be more late, 2024. But I think, you know, I have already been looking at places in the hope that this works. So I can go as quick as possible. But yeah, that's the plan. Are you looking forward to having a lab if it all goes through? Very much so. Very much so. You know, the idea really is to have a main set where we make the main videos, a lab set, which is like for all the experiments, and an interview set / podcast area. That's sort of the idea for the premises, and obviously an admin area as well. I can edit and things like that. Smooth Luna, could you interview astronauts? I've already tried actually for the podcast. I had to go through a huge form with NASA to interview both active astronauts on the ISS and astronauts that were no longer on the ISS. It was such a long form. I filled it out and I didn't hear anything back. So I have tried. Twisted Salty Pretzel for $5 Australian. Thank you very much. You keen on a visit to Outback Australia to do some experiments with rockets and or balloons? Yeah. If I can afford it and we can go there, I'd love to do that. I have been to Australia when I was younger, but I only went up the East Coast. Wade, how about a Folcott's Pendulum live cam stream from the new lab? That would work, absolutely. Kepler 17c, what episode length are you planning? How will this depend on the goal reached? So the original episodes in the first season are around 6 or 7 minutes long each. That will be the case if nothing happens in terms of the Kickstarter. It will probably be around 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes long. If we hit the goal, they'll definitely be longer. 6 episodes, probably approaching 15, 20 minutes rather than the short ones. They're still going on Twitter. Brilliant. If you come down under, can you visit Santos? I don't think he lives in Australia. I think he lives in Mexico. Thanks, Twisted Salty Pretzel. If I'm ever coming, I will let you know. Thanks, Andreas. Thanks for coming. Have I just caught up with all those there now? Just want to make sure. I think so. Yes. Not to blame you for the Kickstarter, but what do you need 55k for? So renting headquarters, new sets, new camera equipment, all in aim for the second season of the SciManDan Show. That's what. Rodrigo, what type of event do you think would finish Flat Earth for good? My guess is civilian moon visits. Yeah, that would definitely go a long way of proving them wrong. But when you've got people, flat earthers, saying that the convexity of their own eye would curve the Earth, I don't think there's much you can do. Yeda, you should do more streams. Thanks very much. So I'm going to do. I did release a short the other day explaining once I hit 500,000 subscribers, I will do a week's long worth of Flat Earth Friday videos. So one a day, every day. So a massive week of Flat Earth Friday videos to celebrate. And on the Sunday, the last day, we will do a live stream, Ask Me Anything, which is a little bit like what's happening here. But I'm sort of focusing more on Kickstarter questions, as it is a Kickstarter Q A. And I think as well, we'll do another debunk. That was one of the best live streams we ever did. I think we had about 8 debunkers on the stream, and it was such a laugh. It really was. I can't remember when it was now. It might have been during the pandemic, but it was so good. It really was. We'll definitely organise that again. 100% we'll organise that again. We'll do a live stream with all the bunkers. Because there's new ones now. Dave, obviously, McKeegan's involved as well. And we'll get Team Skeptic back in as well. Just Jay, I had a question you probably missed. Are there any interesting collaborations to look forward to, or are there any collaborations you are thinking of or planning? Yep, there are things that I am planning. There are interviews that I want to set up. And things like that. I've sent messages and emails and that sort of thing for that. Yeah, I think it's difficult to envisage what I want to do now because I don't know where I'm going to be in a few weeks' time in terms of the funding. But collaborations as a whole is something on the whole is something I want to do more of. Yes, definitely. Scott Bennett says $130,000 fine Santos is on the run for. Wow. Is that American dollars or Australian dollars? Daryl M, I completely agree. Dave McKeegan makes quality content. He really does. Is Team Skeptic still interested about Flat Earth? Oh my days, of course he is. Yeah, he is. He'd be up for it, 100%. I'd get him to come on. Definitely. NHX Media, when is your next race? Haven't got one at the moment. I've had a bit of an injury issue, which I will explain in my next SciManDan video, but I've been injured for about 4 or 5 months. And just this last week is the first running I've done since then. So Australian dollars. Okay. Parking fines. Was it really parking fines? Wow. Yes, Retro Engine. I'm a real person. John Hill, welcome to Zeus. Who is right here, by the way. Do you want to... Oh, no, he's not here. Where's Zeus? Zeus is gone. Unbelievable. What injury, Adam? So I've had, it's difficult to explain. I've sort of had a spinal/nerve issue. So I did the South Downs Way 50-mile race, and it sort of broke me. So that's the issue I've had. Thanks, HNX Media. Appreciate it. How many got? 186. 186 live viewers. Is that what we got? It's not bad, is it? 192. Okay. Take that. Right, where are we? You know that one guy? Yes, it is hard to take that that forced downtime. Very difficult, but I had to do it. I feel like I had to do it, otherwise it just would have been even worse. Adam, no, it's not a slip disc. I've had x-rays and everything, but there is pressure in between discs in both my neck and my lower back. Oh, Fangirl 98, don't scare me. Spinal fusion. Ugh. Good to hear, Liquid Flames. Good to hear. You'll be doing 5Ks in no time. Steel City JW. I wish CC's wife would start a channel. She'd be more entertaining. Oh dear. $492K. Where is everyone? Good question. Flat Infinite Plain Earth. I don't really know how live streams work with YouTube. Who knows? That could be why, Just Jay, because it's Monday in the middle of the day. Although most of my viewers are in America, so it's obviously the morning for America. But I think I will do another one, maybe in the last week of the campaign, and we'll do that in the evening, and we'll get a few more viewers, hopefully. Busload UK for £4.99 says, thanks for fighting the mis/disinformation. Not a problem, and thank you very much. Thanks, Red Fenian Punk. Midnight on Australia. Yeah, and they are third or fourth, I think, in terms of the viewers on this channel. Liquid Flames. Brilliant. Right, I think I've got any more Kickstarter questions, and I will do my best to answer them. I think I've gone through most of them. Obviously, this live stream will be up on the channel for people who have not seen it to go through and have a look. Sorry, DiceyX93. What was the question? I keep missing it. If you keep saying, let me have a look. If you travel back in time from your current position, would you end up somewhere else in the universe when you travel back? Because everything keeps moving and rotating. Good question. Good question. I would say no. I would say that you'd stay in the same position on Earth. Have you met any famous celebrities? No. I've met Mo Farah briefly. You won't remember me though. Steel City, if you can't afford it, that's fine. And as I said, it's all free on YouTube if we do make it. But sharing it and spreading the word, I think most importantly to the SciManDan subscribers, is probably the best thing you can do, because I know there'll be people who still probably don't know, that we're doing a Kickstarter. Glenn Miller came in late. Can you summarise the Kickstarter answers? There was a lot of them. You're going to have to go back and have a look. If you've got a particular question now, I'll answer it. Morph, definitely. Definitely would make for a great conversation. I agree on that one. I'm still getting Twitter notifications from the angry flat earthers because I won't debate them. So yes, we'll go for another 10 minutes or so. Any other questions on the Kickstarter, I'll be happy to answer them. The link is at the top of this chat. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Have a look yourselves. Udderbird, I've just joined. How long will the campaign be running? I'd like to participate, but can I do so in about 2 months or so? Unfortunately, it's going to finish in about 2 weeks. I will apply for an extension if we're close. So who knows? Yes, it's X now, isn't it? Sorry. I'm very sorry. X, not Twitter. Still City JW, exactly. I get remember in the early days, I used to get challenged all the time for debates. It was because I said I didn't debate, but I was still challenged nonetheless. Mandelbrot set, cats or dogs, which is your favourite? Cats, defo. I have a dog, I have a cat. Cats are better. Caleb, Matt Arnold said, Caleb has responded to me on Twitter stealing your "Hey genius." Flurfs really have nothing original to say. Yeah, true. Oh, Matt, I am so far from a celebrity, but thank you. Smooth Luna, debates are great. There is use for them. MC Toon does great debates. And I think it is that. It's the entertainment value more than anything. But as long as it annoys them, I will definitely stay on the sidelines. Cats are better. Can I take back my pledge? If you want to. If you want to. But I'm just saying... Okay, let me rephrase that. My cat is better than my dog. I'll say that. I still don't know where he is. I think he's around the corner. He sometimes sits on the chair that I record in. So he's probably there. Liquid Frames, didn't you offer a debate to one person under very specific conditions or person? I vaguely remember that. Maybe, but was it Flat Earth or was it something else? It might have been something else. Possibly an evolution type debate. I can't remember, but I think you might be right. Thanks, Glenn Miller. Appreciate it. Paul Anthony, that's very kind. Thank you. Morph. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Hi, Ian. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think it was Evolution, Liquid Flames. It was something quite specific, wasn't it? Oh. Was it... I can't think now. I sort of had a memory then, but then it went again. It was definitely something, wasn't it, about... Was it Kent? It might have been Kent, you know. It might have been Kent Hovind. I have considered calling him, you know, his 555 Big Dino on camera and asking him some questions. I've definitely considered that. Oh, Adam, I recently found out that Shaq is a flat earther. Have you heard of this? I've not. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me, but not good, is it? Something that Professor Dave did and you responded. Maybe, maybe. Thanks, Fangirl98. I'll always do the Tuesday and Friday videos. Dear, oh dear. Kent was the scientist. That was it. The science test. Well done, MOT Motorsport. I challenged Kent to take a science test, and if he passed it, then I would debate him on the age of the Earth. I think that was it. And then it evolved to seeing if he could name more dinosaurs than my 8-year-old son, or something like that. Yeah, I think I've been on Whack an Atheist more than anyone else. I definitely was. Rodrigo, thank you. Welcome to Zeus. Right, okay. If there's no more questions on the Kickstarter, we'll wrap this up. If you do have a question, now is the time. But this is great because I've thought about getting the debunkers for another live stream. Definitely. You reminded me on that. Carton Liar says he has a sub playlist in Whack an Atheist dedicated to you. Cool. How many times am I on it? I'll be interested to know. Zero Skull says if they debate Dan, they get more views and more comments and more audience interaction and more promotion. Yeah, I think that is true. I mean, Professor Dave is the bigger pool. The Professor Dave and DITRH was a huge, David Weiss was a huge debate. I would, you know, the fact that I've dug my heels in so much and said I won't debate, if I then say I am going to debate, it would probably get a massive viewership, but I don't want to give them that, if that makes sense. Okay, Spac Fet Bem says goal was set a little high, wasn't it? Love your content, just don't know why I should pledge. Actually, I think if you look at most goals on Kickstarter, that's one of the lowest you'll probably find. And that is what's required to do what I want to do, which is, as I said at the start, get the SciManDan production headquarters, the new sets and new video equipment. There are stretch goals where we can get more than that, but the rewards are higher. But that's the main goal. Thanks, Morph. Appreciate it. Thanks, Manabot Set. Liquid Flames. Yes, Emma Thorne would be great to get on as well. Goddess Astrola, have you considered doing collabs with other creators like Thunderfoot and Aaron Var? I have, and I do want to do more. I don't think Thunderfoot would be up for one with me. Aaron Ra probably would, yeah. Danny Ladd says, have you considered covering climate change deniers? I have done before in the past a few times. Yes, Josh J, the agent will be back for that. For that. Thank you, Adabid. Appreciate that. Thanks, Paul Jensen. Appreciate it. Hey, JT. Okay. A couple more minutes and then we'll wrap it up. I can assure you, SpacFetBem, that it was anything but random. Everything was sort of calculated. If it was random, it would be more like, you know, like 50, 75 sort of thing. Stating the obvious, what happened with the Logic collab? There was never going to be a Logic collab. I just corrected myself off the back of Logic's video in one of my videos. Beaumont resident, can you do a historical video of how the Vikings utilised sunstones to navigate with and somehow use this to disprove flat Earth? I'll have to look into that. I'm not too sure on that, but I have been doing, where I've not run much, I've been doing a lot of research on the history of flat Earth. And at some point I will, I have a book in mind on how flat Earth has become so big, and how sort of we've debunked it. So, you know, I will look into that though. Thank you. Ian Saxby that's a great idea. Actually, we've just had a chat recently about meeting up for a few drinks, so it could be an option. Godzilla, he didn't come up with anything good. Something about a finger going through the two joins of two parts of the space station, which was totally ridiculous. They still won't touch that video. Hi, Geza. See? Okay, I'm just going to make sure I haven't missed anything, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Right, thank you very much, everyone, for popping along. As I said, the link for the Kickstarter is in the chat, and it's also in the description. Please do check it out. Have a look at the different pledges and the different rewards. It'd be appreciated. This evening, about 7 or 8 o'clock UK time, the second campaign video will be out where I react to the Flat Earth Friend Finder app. Next one comes at 9K where I play Rocket League, and I am not good at it. So there we go. There's the incentive for that. Appreciate it. I'll see you all in the video tonight, and after that on the video tomorrow, which is Tinfoil Tuesday, which is on... What is Tinfoil Tuesday on tomorrow? I can't even remember. I don't even know what's coming out on my own channel. Brilliant. Thanks so much, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.